What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I know you thought that Bloodhound buff was perfect, and so did I, but unfortunately, it's not what you think it is. And I'm here to break down why that Bloodhound buff that you're seeing in the background right now is the perfect buff for a Bloodhound, but it still is not what you hope for. What did you hope for? What is the perfect buff? Why is it good? What are we even going to talk about today? You know what? You never know, because this is Rain Day Gaming, and my name's Rain Day, and I do it the way I want. No, seriously, guys, excited for you. No Rain Day needed today. This is season 4. I'm not bringing the glasses out. And I do have a plan to tell you the jacket story at the end of the video if there's time, so remind me. Oh my god, please, brain, remind me to do that. Today we, though, have a big topic, and it's Bloodhound's new buff in Apex Legends Season 4. Season 4, Bloodhound. You was thinking, I mean, it was the most requested thing I got on my 50 things we want. It was Mirage and Bloodhound and Octane buffs. And you did get a Bloodhound buff. And what is the buff? Let's talk about it first. As you guys are seeing some of the gameplay here, you actually just saw it in action. Rewind it if you need to. It is that Bloodhound's ultimate, Beast of the Hunt, now adds 5 seconds to the extension of that ultimate with downs or kills. Now, I believe that the exact vernacular is downs or kills, meaning that you get the kill for this legend, and obviously you get the down. You don't actually have to finish them off in order to do that. The down qualifies as getting the extension, so you can down 2 players on the enemy team. You may not kill them yet, but you still get 10 seconds extra onto your ultimate. Now, this ultimate, we already know, gives you extra X-ray vision. It gives you what feels like a wider field of view, so you can spot enemies in a more effective way through range and through these places where they might be hiding. They highlight in red, and you also get increased movement speed while you are doing so. I believe it's 35%. Now, an extra 5 seconds of this is, I believe, adding, let's see, a little bit 6%, no, 6, let's see, because it's 5. So maybe it's around, it's a little bit more than 10%, maybe 5%. It's a little bit less than 10%. So maybe about 8% that you're adding each time you grab a kill, which is pretty good. Very, very good. I believe the ultimate lasts about 35 seconds anyways. And so you're adding a significant amount. Now, the reason it's perfect is because it is fun. And Bloodhound is a legend that I think attracts a lot of new players. It attracts people like you in this video who want to know, hey, how do I get my main to be better, and why is my main not top tier? Bloodhound is a legend that plays fast, plays fun, very stylistic, very mysterious, and I think that tends to be something that people gravitate towards in these types of video games like Apex Legends. And I think this honestly allows people like me and like those who are attracted to that style to enjoy Bloodhound more. I mean, Bloodhound gets to play more aggressively. If you get that kill or that down, you get to keep staying in that momentum. The idea being you get that down, and now you have your ultimate for longer, and you keep going. Get another down, have that ultimate for even longer, keep going. I mean, there are going to be some crazy videos of someone who maybe stays in it for a good minute and a half, just continually getting downs and downs and downs in these high-level games or these really crazy tight fights in Capital City. The people who want more depth to Bloodhound but don't want to have just, okay, you do more damage or you have more health, or those kind of obtuse buffs that don't allow other legends to really feel like it's fair. This is a good buff that allows intricacy of play. It allows fun, and it also allows a little bit of a mini game where you're trying to see how many you can chain together and how long you can keep that ultimate going. I think I've done it maybe 2-3 people in my ultimate, so I got an extra 15 seconds. When you look at the totality, it's about, you almost give yourself a 50% increase in your ultimate, which is pretty good. So yeah, maybe it's actually more than 10%. I'm actually trying to figure this out. I don't know, math. I'm not great at math like that right off the top. It's a weird number for me. But at the end of the day, this is a very, very cool change, and you guys are obviously seeing Bloodhound here. Don't worry about any of the footage. There was a little bit of choppiness going on in this lobby, and so unfortunately we did see some of that. But the other reason, let's talk about why this buff is not what you think it is. Why I'm saying it's perfect, but not in that way. Most people who wanted a buff for Bloodhound want Bloodhound to be available to play in high level. They want Bloodhound to be considered one of the best legends in the game in comparison to the Wraiths, to the Pathfinders, to the Watsons, to be playable and interchangeable in high level play. Let's be honest, if you want a buff to a legend and you feel like they need to do better to compete, who are you talking about them competing with? You're talking about the main legends, and those are them in high level play right now. And unfortunately, this buff, albeit perfect for Bloodhound, it ain't that. It ain't giving you high level Bloodhound play, and here's why. Bloodhound unfortunately has a lot to overcome as far as being able to be used in high level play, and it has nothing to do with Bloodhound's kit. This is a great addition and a great intricacy that makes Bloodhound more enjoyable for those who want to enjoy playing as them, but the truth is, the reward of this 5 seconds increase in your ultimate is not enough to change the value of his abilities inherently, which is where Gibraltar, Pathfinder, Wraith, Watson, and Crypto, and now potentially Revenant, all outrank Bloodhound. And that's the problem. Bloodhound, remember, his competition is technically Crypto and Pathfinder, surveillance tracking legends that are used to get information around the map about either legends or locations. Crypto with his drone, Pathfinder with his beacon survey, his zip line, his grapple, and Bloodhound, of course, with the ability to scan for enemies in a distance, scan for enemies behind walls, and also have a movement speed to track enemies down, and that passive that obviously tracks enemies and actions taken. The problem is, in the scouting and surveillance role, for example, Crypto does that better than Bloodhound, and does it at a safer distance in a more concise way with, I think, a lot more in tune with a legend style like a Watson or a Gibraltar that wants to play safer, hide in buildings, or move a little slowly. Think about it. If you have a Bloodhound on your team and you want surveillance, you kind of got to go. You know, if you want to take advantage of this buff, you got to go and be fighting. And Crypto can take advantage of maybe his buff or his changes or his ability to survey, to surveil, to execute on that surveillance with a well-timed DMP, to shred shields, to help the team, to give vision during a fight to not just himself, but to other people. And he can do that without actually having to commit until it's time to commit. And that is really one of the big differences. So unfortunately, we're looking at an issue of legends. And I think for those who wanted Bloodhound's buff to be taking Bloodhound to the next level and high level competitive, it's not what you hoped for. It's not what you thought it might be. It's not what you wanted. But for those who want a better experience playing Bloodhound and want to have fun in Season 4 playing a very cool character, very aggressive, very good in pubs, very, very fun, this is the buff for you. And I suggest you check it out. Like, honestly, hop on. The way I've been playing Bloodhound today is I've been playing Revenant when I can, and now playing Bloodhound when I'm not on Revenant, because obviously people are trying to play Revenant a lot. And that's been a really fun character legend combination to switch. Revenant giving me some more tactics, but Bloodhound allowing me to try out this new legend, see how many I can chain together, a fun little mini game while I'm not playing, obviously, the legend I'd want to be playing right now. And that to me is also something you can do. Finding those little things to make a game out of a game, to find, you know, a way to use a new weapon that isn't so meta, or a new legend and that tweak to really take advantage of something people haven't taken advantage of yet. That's really what I'm excited about. All right, so there's a couple things I want to talk about. Obviously, you're watching some footage of the new Sentinel weapon, and this is the new sniper rifle in Apex Legends Season 4. Before we get to it, I do want to talk about that and share my initial thought, and I'm not sure you're going to like it. But I'm not sure you're not going to like it, and it's also not complete. I still have to make my Sentinel video. I have to have a few more days playing it. But I do have an initial thought, and you'll see it in this video as well as to what I'm feeling about it. But here is the hope. To finish this off, the hope about Bloodhound and to turn it around. It is not, oh, I don't know what I was saying, what accent that was. It's not all lost. I think Bloodhound one day, and even today, with this legend, with this kit, could still have a role in high level, even in competitive Apex Legends. But you do need some people who are going to champion Bloodhound to the very end. They are going to say, you need some top level pros, you need some streamers, you need some people who are going to say, I'm Bloodhound. And unfortunately, That seems like it's going to be very hard to happen, but it's not that it can't. One thing that actually sprung out to my eyes, people who very nearly won Poland Apex Legends, LG, Esdesu, Exania, and Exens, these amazing European team. In their qualifiers, they were actually playing as Bloodhound and some of the scrims as well, and dominating. I'm talking 18 kills in competitive lobbies. And so there's a possibility that something like that does end up catching on and Bloodhound finds some more favor. Will it be now? I don't know. I think people are going to be playing a lot of Revenant right now, but I do hope that if this video has done anything to you, it's encouraged you to play Bloodhound and encouraged you to have fun with the new buffs, because they are really, really great. They're perfect for a buff for a legend in a new season. And hopefully some more tweaks. I mean, maybe Bloodhound just needs a new ability overhaul. But there's been a lot of quality of life things happening to the ultimate lately. In season 3, they changed the increased amount of speed you get from the ultimate, I believe, and they also, I believe, increased the time you're in the ultimate. They've been working on frame drops and frame rate within the ultimate. They've been doing a lot of things to make Bloodhound available to high-level competitive, and I just don't know what's going to put it over the edge. You let me know. Put them over the edge. You let me know in the comment section below. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts about this. Maybe somebody in the comments has the right answer, to be fair. All right, so the thing I want to talk about with the Sentinel, and this is really interesting. The Sentinel is fun. It feels like it hits like a truck. Feels like it hits like a truck. 65 is pretty dang good. Remember, the longbow is working around 45, 50. And so when you look at 65, that's pretty nice. 130 for a headshot, boom. That's a lot of damage. But what you're also looking at, which I find very, very impactful, is the charge. Now, the charge, in my opinion, is really how you get that 130 headshot. And I was almost just thinking, what do I want to say about this? I don't want to be too committal, but I feel like it is not, I can't see a ton of moments that I use it. Here's why. You have to use a shield battery. You press B if you have a shield battery equipped, and you charge your weapon. What that means is you sacrifice a shield battery, the best, basically, shielding resource in the game, and you use it for this weapon to be offensive. You sacrifice potential defense or sustain for offense. Now, if you have 7, 8, 9 shield batteries, sure. But most people at late game are lucky to have 3 apiece if you're on a team. Maybe 1, maybe 2. So are you really going to put your only shield battery in? Say you're going into a final 3, you're going to use that onto your sniper rifle just to do a little bit more damage when it already does decent damage at 65? I feel like you should have the ability to use some shield cells to maybe you throw 2 shield cells and you can get half that, or you can get it, but it's 66%. I don't know, but a full shield battery feels like, wow, I really have to feel comfortable where I am and have a ton of resources to be able to utilize it. If not, that's a huge part of the gun and the huge part of the sell of why it's cool, in my opinion. So I still have to figure that out. I realize in this game, I was very hesitant to use it. If I had another shield battery, I would not have used it on this gun unless I was trying to make content or style. If I really wanted to win, I would not have done it. I barely did it here because I really just wanted to try it out. And you can see it does some decent damage. Coming up, you'll actually get a chance to see what it looks like. But it basically allows you to do more damage to shields. And so you're going to get that huge shot if you maybe hit a headshot, have it charged up. You're going to basically take away all their shields, do some nice body damage, set it up so you're going to pretty much get 1 tapped after that. But the problem is, even with a full headshot with a charge, it's 130, and then you have 65 for your second shot. So unless your second shot is a headshot, you're not going to kill them in 2 shots, which to me, 195 damage total, and if they're level 4'd out, they're 200 shield, 100 health. So that to me was a little questionable. But that's just my initial thoughts. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I've actually really had a lot of fun in Season 4 today. I've loved the Sentinel, although I still have to figure out if I want to use that shield battery more often. Maybe when I get more comfortable, I will enjoy it more. And, maybe there's just more to learn about how this is working. Overall, I do think that Bloodhound got a great buff. But if you were looking for Bloodhound to be anything more than what Bloodhound was before Season 4, yeah, I'm sorry. You just didn't get what you wanted. But hopefully you got what you wanted here. My first win, a video about the new buffs, video showcasing the new buffs and the new weapon, and some enjoyable conversation. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you guys have anything to say. I want to hear your thoughts on the weapon and on Bloodhound, the 2 things I mentioned. And subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos like this on Rain Day Gaming. Never give up, never stop gaming. I'll see you all next time. Oh, and the jacket. Oh, I gotta tell you about the